Hi English literature learners, are you preparing for UG TRB English exam or other competitive English literature examinations? Then this video is for you. இன்னைக்கு UG TRB syllabusல இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு டாபிக்ல இருந்து 25 MCQs இந்த வீடியோல பார்க்க போறோம். Unit 1 History of English Literature. அதுல 7th டாபிக்கா இருக்குது The Age of Wordsworth. Yes, The Age of Wordsworth. அதுல ஒரு 25 questions தான் நாம இப்ப பார்க்க போறோம். இது TN set examக்கும் யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும். Next UGC NET English exam ko useful aayirukkum. So let's dive into today's session. First question. In which edition of Lyrical Ballads was William Wordsworth's famous critical essay The Preface first included? 1800 second edition. Wordsworth added the famous preface to the 1800 second edition to explain the poetic principles behind the collection. Next question is, who coined the critical term egotistical sublime to describe William Wordsworth's unique style of poetic subjectivity? John Keats. Keats coined egotistical sublime in an 1818 letter to Richard Woodhouse to contrast Wordsworth's self-centered focus with Shakespeare's self-effacing imagination. Next question is, in Biographia Literaria, how does Samuel Taylor Coleridge define secondary imagination? Echo of primary imagination coexisting with conscious will. Secondary imagination is the active, conscious, creative faculty unique to the artist that dissolves, diffuses, and reshapes sensory data. Next question is, which romantic poet authored the lyrical drama Prometheus Unbound? 1820. Percy, Bysshe, Shelley. Shelley wrote Prometheus Unbound as a 4-act radical drama idealizing humanity's triumph over tyranny. Next question is, in his 1817 letter to George and Thomas Keats, John Keats cited which author as possessing negative capability in the highest degree? William Shakespeare. Keats identified William Shakespeare as the prime example of an author capable of existing in uncertainties without irritable reaching after fact. Next question is, which essayist published famous personal essays in the London magazine under the pseudonym Elia? Charles Lamb. Charles Lamb adopted the pen name Elia, borrowed from an Italian clerk at the South Sea House, for his essays. Next question is, what derogatory term was coined by Blackwood's magazine to attack Leigh Hunt, John Keats, and William Hazlitt? The Cockney School. John Gibson Lockhart and Blackwood's magazine used the Cockney School to mark London-based writers for alleged low-class vulgarity. Next question is, who authored The Spirit of the Age, 1825, a collection of critical prose portraits of contemporary thinkers and literary figures? William Hazlitt. Hazlitt wrote The Spirit of the Age, or contemporary portraits offering sharp psychological evaluation of key romantic personalities. Next question is, Percy, Bysshe Shelley's pastoral elegy Adonis, 1821, was written to mourn the premature death of which fellow poet? John Keats. Shelley composed Adonis following the death of John Keats in Rome from tuberculosis. Next question is, which poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge opens with the line in Shenandoah, did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure doom degree? Kubla. These iconic lines open Kubla Khan are a vision in a dream, a fragment. Next question is, published posthumously in 1850, to whom was William Wordsworth's autobiographical masterpiece The Prelude addressed? Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Wordsworth repeatedly addresses Coleridge throughout the poem, referring to him as friend and brother of my soul. Next question is, which novel subtitled "It is 60 Years Since" established Sir Walter Scott as a major pioneer of the historical novel? Beverley. Beverley, 1814, tells with the Jacobite Rising of 1745, 60 years since relative to its writing period, and launched Scott's novelistic career. Next question is, who coined the term Satanic School of Poetry? In the preface to A Vision of Judgment, 1821, Robert Southey, poet laureate Robert Southey, coined Satanic School in his preface to attack the rebellious and anti-religious tone of Byron and Shelley. Next question is, in John Keats' Ode on a Grecian Anne, what core philosophical statement is uttered by Anne? In the final lines, beauty is truth, truth beauty. The Anne concludes with the famous axiom, beauty is truth, truth beauty. That is all ye know on earth and all ye need to know. Next question is, which novel by Jane Austen satirizes the conventions of popular Gothic fiction, specifically Anne Radcliffe's The Mystery of Udolpho? Northanger Abbey. In Northanger Abbey, heroine Catherine Morland lets her imagination run wild due to reading Gothic novels. Next question is, what is the title of Thomas de Quincey's famous piece of Shakespearean criticism analyzing psychological tension in tragedy? On the Knocking at the Gate in Macbeth. In this 1823 essay, de Quincey explains how the knocking sound reflects the reaction of human life returning after a demonic crime. Next question is, Lord Byron's long narrative poem, Childe Harold Pilgrimage, was written using which traditional stanzaic form? Spenserian stanza. Childe Harold's Pilgrimage uses the 9-line Spenserian stanza AB, AB, BC, BC, C, ending in an Alexandrine. Next question is, which essay by Percy, Bysshe, Shelley concludes with the declaration, poets are unacknowledged legislators of the world? A Defense of Poetry. Shelley's A Defense of Poetry, written 1821, asserts the moral, social and creative supremacy of poets over utilitarian thinkers. Next question is, what subtitle did William Wordsworth assign to his autobiographical epic poem, The Prelude, Growth of a Poet's Mind? Wordsworth subtitled the poem Growth of a Poet's Mind, an autobiographical poem. Next question is, in Biographia Literaria, chapter 14, S.T. Coleridge famously defines poetic faith as what state of mind? Willing suspension of disbelief. Coleridge defined poetic faith as that willing suspension of disbelief for the moment which constitutes poetic faith when dealing with supernatural topics. Next question is, which essay by Charles Lamb reflects mournfully on childhood memories and imagined descendants alongside his sister Mary Bridget? Dream Children, a Reverie. In Dream Children, a Reverie, Elia sits by the fire telling stories to imaginary children, Alice and John, before waking to reality. Next question is, to which literary genre does John Keats' famous poem La Belle Dame Sans Mercy belong? Literary ballad. La Belle Dame Sans Mercy uses folk ballad quatrains A, B, C, B with medieval motifs and simple language to create a literary ballad. Next question is, which opening line belongs to William Wordsworth's ode Intimations of Immortality? There was a time when meadow grew and stream. The poem begins, there was a time when meadow grew and stream. The earth and every common sight to me did seem apparelled in celestial light. Next question is, who among the following literary figures was not one of the original Lake poets? William Hazlitt. Hazlitt was a prose essayist and a critic based mainly in London, not one of the Lake poets trio. Then who are Lake poets? William Wordsworth, Robert Southey, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Next question is, Percy, Bysshe, Shelley composed a defense of poetry as a direct rebuttal to which satirical essay by Thomas Love Peacock? Shelley wrote his defense in response to Thomas Love Peacock's satirical essay, The Four Ages of Poetry. The Four Ages of Poetry, 1820. With this, 25 questions are over. If you have any questions regarding English literature, feel free to ask in the comment section. I have created playlist for every exam, UGC NET, TN set, UG TRB, BG TRB. You can check the playlist. You will be able to find out the topics that you expect. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned to this channel to gain your knowledge of English literature. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe.